What's up, guys? Coach Gaglione here. This is another edition of our vlog series. I'm your host, Coach Gaglione, and I've been involved with powerlifting and strength coaching for over 19 years. So if this is your first time stopping by, kind of taking a little bit of hiatus from powerlifting and just focusing on some new goals, strict curl primarily. This is my first workout back since competing at the 365 Strong Resurrection in Virginia Beach at Southside Iron Gym. Had a lot of fun with that. Fell a little bit short of my goal, but ultimately I'm happy with how I did. Couldn't quite fit on the platform, had to adjust my technique, and was very close to an all-time PR. Was able to establish a new Submasters world record in 365 Strong Federation, and it's one of the 175 is still one of the top curls of all time in that organization. So I'm pretty happy about that. I did find a new meet that is over 20 weeks away. I do want to compete on the Gopher bar again. This is the OBZ bar, so this is a little bit more, this is the OBZ 30, I believe, which is more similar to like a traditional easy bar. It's definitely higher quality, but the bends aren't super aggressive, which creates a longer moment arm between the elbow and the weight, as opposed to the Gopher bar, which is more aggressive bends. So potentially you're going to allow yourself more leverage, better position, and ultimately more weight. So I'm electing to just kind of get stronger on basically like a harder bar. It's kind of like almost doing like a stiff bar training cycle. If you primarily compete on a deadlift bar or a kabuki bar that has more bend and more whip, it doesn't necessarily mean that you are going to do more weight, but it does allow you to, again, have a better starting position. So you do need to have better technique. So just like in strict curl, there's going to be bars that are going to be more advantageous to the lifter, and there might be pros and cons to why you might want to use one or the other. So I did see that Mr. America is going to be having a contest. Mr. America is a very special kind of venture for me, because in 2020 it was the 7th bodybuilding show that I entered, and it was the only bodybuilding show that didn't get canceled that I was able to successfully complete. I took second in the amateurs, did really well. It was a huge bucket list kind of accomplishment to me. So I'm looking, this series is going to be the start of my return to Mr. America. So basically just trying to work some of the kinks out, work some technique. I'm electing to use a bench belt for this cycle and wrist wraps. I did find that I think just wearing a belt makes me feel good, makes my joints feel good. Same thing with wrist wraps. So just kind of working the kinks out, just trying to work my traps, my shoulders, work my weak points, be a little bit more explosive, and ultimately just do a better job of improving my technique with a more disadvantaged bar using the OBZ. And we'll kind of see. It looks like the Hampton bar. I'm going to get more information on that. Maybe I'll have to purchase it potentially, but I would like to get another meet on the Gopher bar this year if possible. I'm also looking at doing a meet in North Carolina, but I think Mr. America contest will be motivating because my leanest, my best physique was in 2020 at that event. So even though I'm not competing in bodybuilding, it'll be a good motivator for me to get leaner, get healthier, and just kind of do a fun contest, a little bit lower stress. But I do think it's important to have goals. I do think it's important to, kind of have something to look forward to. A lot of people get post-meet blues, and I think it's because they're not thinking about the next thing. They're not focused on kind of where they're going. They kind of focus on. So I think it's important to kind of have your eyes forward. It's okay to celebrate. It's okay to look at the past and learn from it, but not to dwell on the past. I think that's more useful. So I've always been an advocate for like kind of setting the next goal like fairly quickly. It's good to process and reflect on what you've done, but that's just kind of how I've always operated. So looks like there'll be the return to Mr. America. So if you guys want more information or if anything that you guys want to see in this series, let me know. Until next time, stay strong. See you soon.